morning, y'all. Today is Monday. I'm gonna try to do like a weekly vlog. So this should be like the second vlog that you see, and it's the second week of January. So happy New Year, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but like my resolutions have well, not all of them. So, like those rings, like when you wear like an Apple Watch or a Samsung watch. Well, I have a Samsung watch, and I'm doing like the rings, like the hearts on the Samsung thingamabob. And almost every day I've been closing my rings this year, so I'm super excited. So like today's the 8th, and today, just started. It's just not 8 o'clock in the morning, so I have all day. And I expect to close my rings today. But yesterday I didn't. I only walked like 3,000 steps and exercised for like 20 minutes. So I didn't close my rings yesterday. But from the 1st to the 6th, I closed all my rings. Yesterday I was like, everybody needs a rest day. So yesterday was my rest day. And then, we'll pick it back up today. But as far as no spend January, yeah, I think my husband broke it on Saturday, and I'm gonna break it today. My kids need some socks, and I'm just sick and tired, so we're gonna start over. And if I'm gonna buy some socks, I might as well buy the little, gadgets that I want off of Amazon also. So, no spend January is done. And that's okay. That's okay. That is 100% okay, because I'm gonna get on my grind, I'm gonna go to work, and we're gonna make it work. Anyway, good morning. I just dropped the kids off. Like I said, it is 8 o'clock in the morning. And as you can see, I'm driving. I'm going to order some Starbucks when we get a little bit closer to home. And I don't know, honestly, if you will know this by this video, but you will always, like 9 out of 10 times, see me in the car, unfortunately. Sorry, it's so loud. I had to get by that car because it was just like bobbing and weaving, bobbing and weaving, bobbing and weaving, and it weaved, so I bobbed. What was I saying? Yeah, you most likely see me in the car. So for work, I'm always in the car. So you'll either see me like this after I drop the kids off, on my way to get Starbucks before I go home and attempt to clean up before I have things to do, or I'll be in the car, like on the way to a client or a patient's house, depending on which job I'm working that day. Yeah, you heard it. Depending on which job I'm working that day. Um, so, I usually like get them mixed up. So, like, if I'm on the way to a client's house, you'll hear me calling a patient. If I'm on the way to a patient's house, you'll hear me calling a client. It's just, it depends on like which hat I have on the day, and it's too much to be politically correct all the time. But now I'm off on a tangent that y'all didn't even ask for. Anyway, good morning for the third time. Happy New Year for the second time. And my name is Tanisha. If you're new here, welcome. I'm excited to spend my days with you. I am a military spouse, a mom of 3. We are currently living in California, San Diego to be precise. I'm an OB, home care nurse, and I'm also moving forward with my goal of starting my own business to be a lactation consultant. I made some moves, and hopefully 2024 will be like, I don't know, this fantastic, all the awesome things have come to me here. So, fingers crossed. I feel excited about it. I'm like, I have my foot in all these different things, or like my hand in all these different things. I don't know what the saying is, but I have it. So I'm a little bit excited about what the year has to bring. I'm also like trying to figure out how to be a blogger. So that's like B as a boy blogger and, blogger at the same time. So that's V as in Victor. So blogs and blogs. Not easy. These vlogs is hard. Like, editing is real work, especially when you don't know how to do it and you learn it. So, like, you watching YouTube videos on how to make a YouTube video. So, you watching videos on how to work the editing software while you try to edit a video. Y'all. And then the deadlines for the blog that I write for, all the things. So, like, usually I turn it in like the day of or like 24 hours later, which is unacceptable. But we took a little like vacay for Christmas, and I did not know that every email that I sent the week that we left ended up in my outbox. So I don't know what happened, but none of my work, like for my job, for my business, or for the blog that I write for, went out. And I'm Disney. I ain't checking my phone, nothing. And so, like Christmas, everyone's calling to like say, or like calling or texting to say like, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all the things. And one of them was a supervisor, and she asked me about, like an email that was a week overdue, so I appreciate the leniency for the holidays, so thank you. But when I like was like, no, I sent that. So I went, and like opened my computer for the first time in 2 weeks. And bam, nothing sent, y'all. And so now like the blog that I write for can't use my piece because it was after the date, like a week after the date. Like not a week, like 10 days. Like no, like 12 days. So it was like a whole crapshoot. And I think I'm gonna have to get a new laptop now. Simply because like it's been like acting up, y'all. So great way to start the new year off. But a better way than how I started it last year, y'all. Like 2023 started off with me in the hospital, getting my gallbladder out. Like what? Like my husband had to make the black eyed peas. At the time he was 14, had to watch the 1-year-old and the 3-year-old because mommy was in the hospital and daddy had to be in the hospital with mommy, and we're a military family, so it's not like we had like the support system around us. So of course, I was like, thank God that my oldest Taylor was old enough, to take care of his sister and brother for a day. And, of course, like my husband, he would leave me at the hospital to go check on the kids every couple hours. So, but that was last year. And last year turned out to be pretty decent. So this year, I'm looking for not pretty decent, like all the way decent. So I'm excited for what this year has to bring. Um, Other than that, y'all, it's kind of like my life in a nutshell. I said I'm a military spouse. We're stationed in California. I have a teenager. He'll be 16 this year, y'all. 16. It breaks my whole heart. I'm just like, it breaks my whole heart. He's going to be 16 years old. Like, where does the time fly? And I read this in one of my blogs, I don't know, a couple months ago. But I was like, where does the time go? Because I want to tell it to run it back. Like run it back. Like, what happened to my baby? And y'all, teenage boys, they hard. Like, I don't know if I can feel my soul right now, but teenage boys are so hard. But he is, I have like all my favorite people in the world. Like, that's my guy. I love that boy. He is one of my favorite people of all time. As he should be as my child, but he's my number one child. And me and him, we've been through it. I absolutely love him. And then I have my 4-year-old who is the absolute bee's knees, y'all. Oh my God, he is just perfect. in every way. And then the Lord finally blessed me with a little girl. Like, finally, like, you took your sweet, precious time, and now I have my daughter. And she is everything under the sun. I just love her. She a lot. And I can say that because I'm a lot. But she's also perfect, just like her big brothers. And I can say that because I'm their mama. So they a lot though. Every last one of them. That teenage boy, if we could like bypass the teenage years, I wouldn't complain. But I'm cool. I'm thugging it out. My 4-year-old, we went from having therapy 5 times a week to now we only have it twice a week. And he graduated from behavioral therapy, y'all. And I'm so proud of him. He still is in speech and occupational therapy, but he's doing a really good job for a 4-year-old managing his big feelings most of the time. I mean, he is 4, so, give him a break. And I feel like behavioral therapy for us was like a family. It was a family thing. So it helped us learn how to be more patient and meet him where he is. And it gave him the tools to self-regulate and calm down. So I'm good. And I feel like the big like family aspect of it helped us meet our teenager where he is, and then eventually meet Tristan where she will be. Yes, my daughter's name is Tristan Lavender. It's so pretty. Yes, like Lavender from Matilda. Not the new Matilda, the musical that just came out, like the old school Matilda. Like the beautiful black little girl with the braids. And, that cake that homeboy ate. And my girl got thrown over the fence into a field of flowers, like that old school Matilda. That tells you how old I am. I saw a meme. So I have like real ADHD, so I can jump topics all day. But a friend of mine that I was in the Navy with posted a picture yesterday that said, if you wore these, you old. And I don't know if anyone will know these, but so they were like the utilities. And, well, that's what they were called. They were called utilities. And when I came in the Navy, that's what we were wearing. And when I came in the Navy, we were also wearing was what we call like, Johnny Cashes, but they were like your working blues. And when I tell y'all think y'all got uniforms today? Anyone in the Navy today, I feel real bad because y'all don't know what a good looking uniform is. Like, I'm sure, like whoever you is can make a uniform look great. But I mean, them Johnny Cashes, I tell you, I was bomb.com in that uniform, okay? Lord Jesus, everybody named Mama is at Starbucks. So, I live in the community Tierra Santa in San Diego, and specifically like Murphy Canyon is like where we live. And I tell y'all, it's like a little cute hidden gem. And I'm really glad that we picked this one because I was going to pick a different one. There were like 2 other options, but this one potentially had everything that we needed. So I was like, okay, we'll go with this one because it had a backyard. So my oldest wanted a backyard and a pool. I wanted a bathtub because if you go back and look at like our empty house tour, I was 39 weeks pregnant when I made that video. 38 and some change. So I made the video on a Thursday, right before we got our stuff, I think. And then, no, I think I made like a couple days before. I think I made it like on a Tuesday. I got on a Monday or Tuesday. And we got our stuff on that Thursday. And then I had my baby on that Monday. So we picked up our keys, got our stuff on a Thursday, had the baby on Monday. So I was like 38 and some change, I do believe. So yeah, y'all. But I lost my whole train of thought. What was I saying? Oh, like our must-haves for the house. So I wanted a bathtub in the master. So most houses, um, are renovated. So then they only have the shower in the master, and that's cool for some people. But that was not going to work for me, simply because I was having a new baby. I need to be able to bathe her, like in the tub. And my 4-year-old, he has some sensory and behavioral issues that require us to have a bathtub. He is not the one to have water coming from up above his head. And even if I had the shower head, like the detachable shower head, the wand or whatever you want to call it, which we do have, he not having that. So we needed a bathtub. And our representative or agent or whatever you want to call her was amazing, because she offered us a house, and I said, oh, I would love to accept it, but it don't have a bathtub. And she was like, what do you mean? I said, it don't have a bathtub, so I can't accept it. And you can decline the house twice before you get put at the bottom of the list and have to wait all over again. And she was like, I'm sure it has a bathtub. I said, it doesn't have a bathtub in the master. And she was like, well, let me go check it out before you decline it. I said, okay. So she went and looked at it, and she was like, how did you know I didn't have a bathtub? And I mean, y'all, I don't know y'all, but I know how to navigate Facebook. So there are so many housing groups for this area. It's not even funny. Any information you need, you can find. But in the group, they showed the floor plans, the houses that were being updated, the blocks. They would show, they would put the blueprint of the neighborhood and say, this street is updated, does not have blah 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 blah, or does have blah 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 blah, or still has blah 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 blah, or blah 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 blah. And she was like, okay, so we're not going to count this as a decline for you, and I'll find you a house that has a bathtub. And I was like, thank you, bless you, right? And so she did, and we had a house. I was super excited. We were in a small cul-de-sac. It was the first house that we accepted. And we were still in, we had just got here. We were in the Navy Lodge. And so we had that house. And she said I could pick up the keys, my original pickup date. And we had been here about a week when I got a phone call saying that unfortunately the house needed more work and we wouldn't be able to move in when she said. And I was like, I don't understand. My baby is due, and you want me to bring her to a hotel? People do it every day. But I had a house, and I was going to pick up the keys before her due date. So I was like, we got this. And I was having either a scheduled C-section, or we were going to do a membrane sweep and, go for a VBAC, because I always have complicated pregnancies, and me and the baby are always, we just be pushing it. Thank the Lord that we are okay. But yeah, that part. And so I was like, nah, my baby due in a few weeks. I'm not even gonna get to that due date that they have on the books for me, because I can't go past 39 and 1. So what am I gonna do? And she's like, I'm gonna keep looking for you, Miss Favors, no problem. And I was like, okay. So she did. And a week later, she offered us another house on a different street, on a street. It's not even the first house was on the small cul-de-sac when you first come into the neighborhood. We were on the small side. It was literally, it was just it. It was a cul-de-sac. And we ended up being on a pretty busy street, actually. But it was okay, because it was meant to be, because my neighbors, not the house I'm attached to, not them. Not the house I'm attached to, because I don't know them. No, not them. I'm before these people got here that are here today in 2024, I had other neighbors who were bomb.com. She was so sweet. I think they were both the military member, but I absolutely loved them. But I'm talking about my neighbors across the street, them people that, so not the house right here, but the house right here, bomb.com. And we were meant to be together. They're from Texas, and I'm so excited because it might not work out this way, but no matter where they move to Texas, we move into Texas too, and we about to have weekend family trips. We about to be a family of 12. You heard what I said. A family of 12 weekend trips in the state of Texas. But he a lifer. He not getting out no time soon. And hopefully my husband retire in the next half a decade. I'm just playing. Hopefully he retires in the next like 3 to 4 years. It'd be great if he could retire in the next 2. But anyway, I'm here for it. And look at that. My Starbucks drink is ready. So I'll catch y'all at home. But so this is me. I hope that you stick around for the rest of my video. Y'all see what I have to deal with? It's cars. They just be out here living their best life. Because that Chevy that just drove by me, she saw me backing up and she went behind me anyway. But it be that way. So I'm just leaving Starbucks. So I am just leaving Starbucks. I decided to order me some food while I was in there to go get my drink. Not realizing that the high school ain't started yet. So it's super busy. Like, super packed. Like, the high school don't start till 8:45. And it's like right there, but it's at least a 10-minute walk. At least, like, I can see the school from the corner. So it's at least a 10-minute walk. And when I tell you these lovely teenagers are like congregated, y'all, congregated, like at the Starbucks and the donut shop, and ain't even attempted to start walking yet, I was like, this is why they late all the time. When I would take my son to school, I'd be like, and we be late. I'm late everywhere I go. But I'd be like, dang, like, at least we was late because we woke up late. Like, it's 9 o'clock a.m. and they walking up with Starbucks. So I had to get my Starbucks. That's why I'm late. I'm sorry. You are 16 years old, 15 years old, 17 years old. You had to get your Starbucks. I didn't even have Starbucks till I was 33 years old. Now, that was the first time I had Starbucks when I was 33. So I ain't never blamed having to get a drink on me being late. Sorry, y'all. I got distracted. But, yeah. So, that part. Sorry, y'all. Don't get me wrong. I see why they late. Because Starbucks is real good. It's real good. But I'm gonna go home, and I usually like tell Alexa to set an alarm because I try to do like block like activities. So like if I'm gonna clean the kitchen, I set a 45 or 60-minute timer. I'm gonna like fold laundry, I set a timer. If I'm going to attempt to declutter the kids' toys, which I've been trying to do for years, I set a timer. So it's 8:30 in the morning, and okay, just run red lights near kids. It's 8:30 in the morning, and I have somewhere to be at 11. So that could potentially give me 1 2-hour block or 2 2-hour blocks, 2 1-hour blocks, or 1 2-hour block. So, I don't know, it really just does depend on what I want to do. All right. So you run a red light and go slow. All right. I lost my whole train of thought. I don't know. We'll see when I pull up. But to be honest with you, I think I'm going to do 2 1-hour blocks. I think that'll just make the most of my time. So we're not gonna do laundry, but I could do the kitchen in that time. I need to do the laundry though. I might do the living room. So I just lied. I made up my mind from the corner to here. We're going to do 1 2-hour block, and we're going to do the living room. Just like that. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Y'all, I live on such a busy street. It was a different neighbor. But see y'all when I get in there, I guess. Good morning, y'all. So, like I told you, you will usually see me in the car. Simply because this is my job. This is my job. So I had a very last minute, like when I say last minute, like my watch said, oh, you have this appointment at 10 o'clock. And I was like, I don't have nothing to do at 10 o'clock because you just saw earlier that it was 8:30. And I was talking about how I was going to do 1 2-hour sesh instead of 2 1-hour sessions, which I did not even do. So like I got home, I sat down, I ate some food, drank a little bit of my Starbucks, and then like got up. So I cleaned the front entryway, swept and mopped the front entryway, swept the kitchen floor, started, when I say started, to pick up the toys and clothes that were on the floor in the living room at 9:50. So I'd only been cleaning for 50 minutes. At 9:50, my watch went off to remind me that I had an appointment. And so me, I always like have everything like for a 10-minute reminder. I need to have things for a 15-minute reminder. Luckily, she's only 5 minutes up the street from me, so that was perfect. But if she had been, you know, like in Imperial Beach or something, I would have been screwed. But it was the same day, last minute appointment. And I was like, how, Sway? How? But I'm just a couple minutes short, and she's absolutely amazing. To see her babies from day one to now is a complete joy. That's why I say I'm so blessed that I get to do what I love. I'm so lucky. It was a lovely visit, about an hour and a half ish. So, but I build TRICARE for hour increments, so not so bad. Her babies are huge, and her family is beautiful, and I am so blessed to be able to support her family during this feeding journey. Oh, so excited. But I'm on my way to my breastfeeding support group, which starts at 11, and it is 11:37. So traffic, but yeah, so that part, but that's okay. And then I had a meeting for school at 12:30, and then appointment with the VA at 2:30. But I usually pick up my kids around 2, so we'll see how that goes. So from 12:30 to 1:30, I have that meeting. At 1:30, I'll leave to go get the kids, and then the husband will have them so that I can be at the VA at 2:30. So that's gonna be my day. I don't know. I'm hoping to vacuum a little bit. At least vacuum, because my kids walk and eat. They walking in eaters. That's just who they are. I don't know. I feel like the support group was today, but I don't see any cars. Oh yeah. Where is everyone parked? Oh, it says no parking here. Oh, okay. Because I'm over here like, where is everyone parked? But I see all the strollers back there, which means there are people here at the support group. So super exciting. We're just gonna turn around in the middle of the street and we're gonna park right here. Oh, y'all, I hit the curb. I hit the curb, y'all. I hit the curb. So we're just gonna park right here.